And for our finale for the 2K TV wrap party, we've got Team 2K TV versus the world. So welcome to the show. This is very exciting because we're going to run 5v5 today.
Shout out to all of the community joining us here today. You guys are awesome at the game, and I'm a little bit intimidated. Just a little bit.
Let's talk about the strategy on how to beat Team 2K TV.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Markkanen. Levine is out there with ball. Then there's Achua. And it's Kessler in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Detroit, Caldwell Pope out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Jaren Jackson. Then there's Gordon. And it's Brown in at the 3. Steve, no small ball here tonight. Both teams rely on their centers to set the tone at both ends.
And with the way teams switch nowadays, you don't know if they'll be guarding each other. It's not the type of head-to-head matchup we might have seen 20 years ago.
Just 5 on the clock. Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. Jackson, he drains it from the right block.
Boy, this is what a diverse skill set buys you. Jackson with so many options after corralling the miss.
Outside ball. Outside Markkanen. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
One of the surprises with Markkanen is how physical he can be. He's willing to mix it up.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. Here's Gordon. Excellent D there from Ball.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And he makes that one.
That's not on the defense. Give Zach credit for nailing a difficult shot.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. And the shot goes in.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Here's Ball. Knocked loose. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Down low. And the layup's good off the glass.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope. Looking to get his guys going when they're open.
In regard to the Thunder, they had to go through, Greg, a rebuilding process not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a tough couple years, but they had a plan in place and did it the right way. They made some smart signings and created a very balanced roster.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Markkanen, good.
Putting so much muscle on the shot. No stopping Markkanen there.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Brown. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Caldwell Pope finds Gilgeous-Alexander. In the corner, it's Gordon. Here's Caldwell Pope. No good on that one. Nice D from Levine. Thunder trailing by 3. And so Oklahoma City again turning it over.
All right, a chance to look at some stats for Zach Levine. How last month turned out for him, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And he's a guy who would rather pass the ball off than take a bad shot. Completely unselfish. Unbelievable. I love the way he plays. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His scoring average of 30 points a game speaks volumes about the damage he's capable of doing whenever he gets the hot hand.
Yeah, the ability to hit mid-range shots makes Gordon that much more dangerous. Talk about versatility.
Levine against Caldwell Pope. Back to Ball. And it's blocked.
And this is active defense. Gilgeous-Alexander hustling to alter that shot.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And he can't get the first one.
Taken 3rd overall in 2020, LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
He hits the second from the line. And when we talk about the city of Detroit, Smitty, this is a town that loves their Pistons.
They have for quite some time. My city takes pride in their blue-collar working status, and they love watching their Pistons work hard for them.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's Achua. Still scoreless. Levine against Caldwell Pope. Levine's shot is off.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Out of hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Olynyk comes in for Gordon. Then for the Thunder, Johnson comes in for Achua. And it's Clarkson in for Levine. Here's Olynyk. Caldwell Pope for 3. He makes that one drop, only his second in 5 tries.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. Kessler with the bucket.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Olynyk. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Ball.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now, here's Clarkson. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. Here's Brown. Covered by Johnson. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 7 points. There's Ball with the 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, sweet pull-up game from LaMelo. The young man has so much confidence in his ability.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kessler with the rebound.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Ball no good. Pistons leading by 9. Here's Brown, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And that one good from Clarkson.
Clarkson takes a lot of threes for a reason, because he's so confident in his shooting abilities.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the shot goes down. He has 6.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Pistons lead by 10. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
It's all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnover.
Jackson is out there with Olynyk. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Brown in at the small forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second with.
Good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense.
Back to Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
And Jaren Jackson Jr. is so impressive, especially on the defensive end.
A dynamic shot blocker, Greg. Jaren Jackson is someone that loves setting the tone on the defensive end. Not to mention, he's a very skilled offensive threat.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after Jordan Clarkson's bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Olynyk. That's a floater go. Yep, it counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
A nice little floater by Gilgeous-Alexander. Excels at scoring on the move.
Clarkson for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, LaMelo Ball is young, but he certainly has words of wisdom already. He says, everybody always asks me, what's my slogan? 2 words. Be you. You just got to be you from the jump, and whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. If it ain't you, you already lost. That's a fact. Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. More than comfortable in his own skin. David, thank you. And the Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. And Georgia subbed in for Ball. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And Steve, when a team wins or loses a few in a row, how much does that carry on to the next game?
You know, Kevin, it carries on. It's dependent if you're executing and playing well. Sometimes you can just lose and you feel good because you're playing the right way. But if you're losing and not playing the right way, it can carry on. Same thing for the wins.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And it's Clarkson picking him up. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. George with the ball. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And so focused on that shot. The contact doesn't even phase George.
Outside Jackson. There's the lob to Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Under trailing by 11. Right side George. That's tipped. And here they come. Alvarado passes to Jackson. Count the basket. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Love the assertive move inside. Jaren taking what's his.
And here comes Detroit again with the fast break. Jacks up a 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And GA, in your opinion, what's the main order of business when you look at the first-year Pistons coaching staff?
Kevin, for me, they got to clean up the foul. It's often a problem for young teams, but they have the quickness and size to stay in front of people and just force contested shots.
This team leans on Shea to help shoulder the offense, and he takes this responsibility seriously.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Alvarado with the steal. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jaren Jackson.
Personal foul. Team second.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Jackson. And it's Beasley in for Christian Brown. Levine's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Thunder trailing by 20. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Markkanen's checked in for Achua.
And let's check out the stats for Gilgeous-Alexander. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's around 31 points per game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
On defense, the Pistons, they lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Alvarado with the steal.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Levine. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Raptors. Hey, Steve, looking at Zach LaVine now. Still a very impressive score.
He's just so consistent, Kevin. Capable of connecting from anywhere on the floor. He's really put in the work to be a lights-out scorer.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Detroit.
Your Pistons, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Markkanen. Misses and the dry spell continues.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And Drummond kicks to Beasley from downtown. And they'll get another chance. Shot clock at 4. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. Drummond's got his first 2 points.
A man among boys on the offensive glass. Andre Drummond picks up a lot of extra points this way.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Isaiah Stewart. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Thunder. Ball comes in for George. Now, here's Ball. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And Caldwell-Pope hits the basket.
Yeah, knifing into the middle. Caldwell-Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Back to Clarkson. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Building off a solid first quarter, he's been lights out here in the second.
Ball, the pass to Clarkson. Trying to find Ball. He gets it to him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's about as smart a player as you'll find. LaMelo going to the up fake to earn the trip to the line.
Ball hits them both. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Here's Ball. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Pistons. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the way in the first half. He had 18 points, 5 assists, and 1 rebound. He's definitely heated up over the last few games, and we're seeing some of that same recipe here tonight. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
They were in such a groove that entire first half, especially on the offensive end. Good play calling.
And that's going to do.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Precious Achiuwa. LaMelo Ball is out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Kessler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Oklahoma City is a franchise that has to have patience. Coach Mark Daigneault said there's no schedule. That's the biggest thing. There's a way of operating that we're very confident in and that we're going to bet on. And that's developing, having a good environment, and trying to play a style that scales forward. We're just going to keep our head down. Kevin, back to you.
And keep going straight ahead. All right, D.A., thanks. He gets it in there.
Not going to phase Zach LaVine. He's too focused out there.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Caldwell Pope. Here's Brown. He's covered by Clarkson. Caldwell Pope for 3. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Here's LaVine. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
And looking at Shai's game, there's a shiftiness to it. Keeps defenders off balance.
Pistons have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Hey, Smitty, in the playoffs, it's rare for an 8th or a 7th seed to make it out of the first round. But what about a 5-game series for just those kinds of matchups? You know, 1 against 8 and 2 against 7.
You know, it wouldn't be bad, Kevin. We had those type of series when I first came into the league, but I don't think they would change since we have the play-in tournament. I think rounds 1, 2, the conference finals, and the NBA finals will stay 7.
Gets it to go from 8 feet. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 24.
That's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Slim frame, but has the length to finish over or around you.
LaVine inside the three-point line. Again, LaVine missing.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Detroit making a switch here. Olynyk checked in. Both good from the line that time. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. How a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Now a chance to break down how the starters and reserves have contributed in the scoring department tonight for the Pistons. On defense, Detroit. Over to the wing. Passes to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Shot's good by Achua.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Jackson. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Johnson. Olynyk can't hit.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Achua. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Achua. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Achua. Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for Detroit. The Thunder also changing it up. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. And Georgia subbed in for Levine. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Brown, the pass to Jackson. Alvarado with it. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 26. Pulls up. And it falls over the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points here in the 2nd half.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
And Ball is a proven distributor. He's got a real talent for spotting the cracks in the D.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Brown. And here is Olynyk, still without a basket. Outside for Jackson. No good with the wing jumper.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you can see the confidence growing. Gilgeous-Alexander just scratching the surface of his potential.
To the left side wing. Here's Achua. Outside for George. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got 5.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Greg, this Keontae George is explosive.
When he goes in the paint, he is like a wrecking ball. Very physical driver for a guard. Can be streaky, but boy, when he heats up, watch out.
Brown, the pass to Olynyk. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Johnson. Fires top of the key. Another shot, and Jackson gets it to go. 13 points in the game.
Jaren proving how strong he is on these finishes. Great job.
Oh!
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Alvarado passes to Jackson. Kleba with the rebound. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road.
LaMelo using that body control there, making a play off contact.
And it's Alvarado in the corner. Pass to Olynyk. And it's blocked. From deep, George. And that one released in time, but no good. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Pistons on top, up 19. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pistons leading by 19 points. Gordon out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Got a piece of it. In the corner, it's Levine. Back to Ball. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And with all that LaMelo does on the floor, Ball is one of the most difficult guys to guard in the league.
LaMelo Ball, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Ball hits them both. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Beasley. Here's Gordon. Shoots over Achua. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Pistons lead by 19.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
It's Drummond, top of the key. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Beasley against Markkanen. That one drops for him. Beasley's got his first points of the game.
As tenacious as they come, a little contact won't slow Beasley down.
Here's Kessler. He kicks the ball. Right wing. Shot clock at 3. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
With his size, athleticism, and skill set, Markkanen can play at the 3, 4, or 5. He creates matchup problems for the defense.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. You know, Greg, after a few seasons of development, Lauri Markkanen has really emerged.
And he's such a unique player. It took him a while to kind of figure out how to maximize all of those talents and also minimize the weaknesses. But boy, has he arrived.
And Markkanen drops them both. We haven't seen a lot of players come from Finland, and that's where Lauri Markkanen is from.
Not at all. Only the second NBA player from Finland. It's got to be a special feeling to represent your home country like that.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Walker Kessler. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's blocked. Levine looking around. The dunk by Achua.
Sharing the wealth. Zach Levine sees someone with a better shot and moves the ball.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. You know, Greg, one place you really see Walker Kessler making his presence felt is on the defensive end.
And boy, he has got a nose for blocks, doesn't he? I mean, able to detect shots forming and get a hand on the ball. It is such a gift that allows this guy to make such a big difference on that side of the ball.
To hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Trains the three-pointer.
And he has just been in the flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
The pass to Achua. Kessler with it, working on Drummond. Kessler passes the ball, and he comes up with the deuce. Ball's got 4 this quarter.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gordon. Beasley for 3, and another 3 for Detroit.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
Pope loose. Caldwell Pope against Levine, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
First turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jaren Jackson comes in for Drummond, and Christian Brown subbed in for Malik Beasley. Goes up to the stripe, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
First personal foul.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
High-effort, fast-break plays. They have been very effective for them in this game, generating a lot of points for them.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
And the first one at the line is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Greg, while the commissioner might not like player trade requests, Kevin Durant said it's great for the league for players to have that leverage. Where do you stand?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The main thing is trying to keep those requests in-house. Otherwise, it can be deflating for fans.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 11-footer, it's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Here's Caldwell Pope, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Thunder trailing by 20. Pass to Achua.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to ball. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
That's a tough break there. If there is any hope of making a comeback, they have got to take better care of the ball.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And we know that several active NBA players, Steve, have their own podcasts. Players now have a direct platform for their voice, and I think they like that.
Yeah, they do. They want to be able to own their own content, want to be able to put out their different stories the way they want to. They want to be in control of everything that has to do with them.
Takes it out to Markkanen. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Achua, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jaron. A young team, but you're going in the right direction. How does a game like tonight help you keep that flow?
It's progress. You know, everything is progress. A win you can learn something from. A loss you can learn something from. So we're taking every little bit of it, and you know, we're just happy to get one at home today.
It's a step in the process, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Imaginándote esto, preguntándole a Dios el por qué no me levanto tocándote. Aquí mirando el reloj que no para de dar vueltas como yo. Y ando por ahí en la ciudad, buscando qué hacer desde que tú no estás. y el tocarte se volvió necesario. Y ando por ahí en la ciudad, buscando qué hacer desde que tú no estás. Y el tocarte se volvió necesario. Y ando bien loco, me escondo, viendo salir el sol, mirando la foto tuya en casa con mi chol. Regresa ya, por favor, que yo te di de todo y mami me dejaste solo. Tú eras mi tesoro, pero ya no brilla el oro. En la noche oro, pero tú no me haces coro. A 100 por el Teodoro. Ay, 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 ay. Te convertiste en mi vicio, baby. Si me das permiso, quisiera verte aunque sea por bicho. Despeinarte toda, después te doy chavos para el beauty chon. En ese